Today we go over Star Wars Episode 9, the final film of the Skywalker saga. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, Episode 9 is currently filming over in the UK, specifically over at Pinewood and Cardington, and after that they plan on filming in, of course, multiple other locations. But looking at Episode 9 as a whole, these past couple of weeks, we have been learning about it a whole lot more when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the scene schedules, the storyboard and concept art descriptions, etc., one of which specifically has all to do with Rey's new lightsaber. Specifically speaking here, Rey and Kylo Ren on a rocky cliff in a lightsaber duel. Kylo appears to have a single-bladed lightsaber. Now let me stop right there for a second, because a couple of weeks ago we were going over another description of Kylo Ren's new lightsaber, and apparently the little hilts on the side of the main blade are able to retract and go inside of the hilt, while the main blade is still ignited. So that could very well be why he has a single-bladed lightsaber here. Moving on. While Rey has a double one, another description goes over both characters in a locked phase. Her double-bladed hilt is colored blue and red, and the hilt appears to be the Skywalker lightsaber hilt, however longer in length. The red side appears to be stable, while the blue is unstable. The other description goes over her blue blade retracting but not deactivating and fighting with a long red blade and a shorter blue one. Now this also connects to the other description that we went over a couple of weeks ago, where one side of her double-bladed lightsaber would of course be shorter than the other. I'm not quite sure if that really is a thing in any EU or Legends material from the Star Wars franchise. If you guys know, drop a comment below. But looking at Rey specifically, the fact that she may have a brand new lightsaber entirely in Episode 9, to me, specifically a double-bladed, just makes sense, because we've seen her using that staff in, of course, both The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, especially in Episode 7, when she's fighting, when she's fighting, a couple of people, those villagers on Jakku, using her staff, being able to defend herself, I think was a great piece of foreshadowing of what's to come in either, Episode 9 or another film. But looking at Rey specifically here, I'm not quite sure how she would be able to have a double-bladed lightsaber if this does indeed come into fruition, if this concept actually comes into play for Episode 9. In case you guys didn't know, this was an original concept for The Force Awakens. There was a piece of art showing us a figure with a double-bladed saber, both blue and red. Now, Episode 7, of course, was by J.J. Abrams, and now that J.J. is back for Episode 9, it seems as though that a lot of concepts for Episode 7 are making their way into Episode 9. Now, blue and red could be a piece of symbolism that she is battling between both light and dark, either within herself or literally, right? It could be a piece of symbolism like that, or it could just be that she had to use what she, could. Maybe she has a blue and a red kyber crystal. Again, I find it quite odd that in The Last Jedi, they focus on two kyber crystals in that movie. They focus on the red kyber crystal fragment of Luke Skywalker's necklace that once belonged to a Jedi Crusader, by the way. And the other one, they focus on Luke Skywalker's blue kyber crystal within the hilt itself when it's split into two at the very end when Rey is talking to Leia on board of the Millennium Falcon. I just found it very odd of how they focused on those two kyber crystals up close in full detail for a split second or two each. Now that could have been foreshadowing of what's to come for Episode 9 for the character of Rey and her new lightsaber. Now if you guys ask me, I think that a new saber is a must for Episode 9. I think not only would it change things up for the character of Rey, but it would also add some excitement to the movie, right? If Luke Skywalker really isn't going to have a whole lot of action in this movie, in the form of flashbacks or whatever have you, right? I think that there are other ways to excite the fans, and one of the other ways, of course, is introducing a new type of lightsaber. A new type that we have never seen before, on screen at least. What about a double-bladed where each side is a different color? That to me sounds interesting. If they can pull off elements like this in episode 9, I cannot wait. But anyways guys, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.